Welcome to DarkWhispers AI, where truth wears a mask and the real illusions are the ones you're not supposed to see. Tonight, we explore a conspiracy theory so bold, so terrifying in its implications that it's often dismissed before the first sentence ends. But if even a fraction of it is true, it changes everything. This is the story of Project Bluebeam, a hidden plan to stage a global apocalypse, deceive every eye on Earth, and control humanity under a single false god. The theory first appeared in the 1990s, introduced by a Canadian investigative journalist named Serge Monast. According to Monast, NASA, in cooperation with global elites and secret military branches, was developing a sophisticated program to simulate the Second Coming. Not metaphorically, literally. He claimed the plan was divided into 4 phases, each more disturbing than the last. The first phase involves the destruction of traditional knowledge. Through targeted earthquakes and archaeological discoveries, new documents would emerge, ancient scrolls or texts that challenge every known religion. Imagine a lost gospel being uncovered that undermines the Bible, or a forgotten relic that rewrites Islamic history. The goal? To fracture existing beliefs and weaken spiritual resistance. The second phase is the most iconic and the most terrifying. Using satellites, lasers, and high-frequency technology, NASA would project massive 3D holograms into the sky. Not just lights or symbols, but lifelike images of deities. To each region, its own god. Jesus over Christian nations, Buddha over Asia, Muhammad in the Middle East. These holograms would merge, revealing that all religions were lies, and one universal truth would be delivered by a new Messiah, a digital god. One created by man. The third phase dives deeper into your own mind. Monast claimed that extremely low-frequency waves, ELF, combined with advanced voice-to-skull technology, would transmit synthetic thoughts. In other words, people would begin to hear voices, divine instructions, not from within but broadcast directly into the brain. A form of mass telepathy. Everyone would believe they've been chosen, but it's all artificial. And finally, the fourth phase, a staged alien invasion. Mass panic, cities under fake attack, UFOs projected into the atmosphere, governments collapsing, people begging for protection, and who would offer salvation? The new global leader, the only one who can save us from chaos. A technocratic messiah, backed by a one-world government, religion, and military. But this is where the line between fiction and fact begins to blur. Because in recent years, several technologies that once sounded absurd are now real. We already have 3D holograms that can appear in midair, concerts of dead celebrities, hyper-realistic projections used in military training. Voice-to-skull tech is no longer science fiction. Patents exist for directional sound that can make someone hear a whisper without any speaker present. And massive global exercises like Project Cloverleaf and HARP have fueled suspicions of weather manipulation and atmospheric control. Add to that the rise of AI, deepfake video, real-time face swapping, and satellite swarms capable of broadcasting synchronized visuals across the globe. Suddenly, the idea of a worldwide optical illusion doesn't seem so far-fetched. Critics argue it's impossible, too expensive, too complicated. But history has shown us that the best way to unify people is through fear. And when fear comes from the sky, from something that appears divine or extraterrestrial, logic dies quickly. The scariest part? Serge Monast died in 1996 of a heart attack, just days after claiming he was being followed. Another researcher involved in similar disclosures also died under mysterious circumstances. Coincidence? Or containment? Supporters of the theory claim we've already seen dry runs. Strange glowing figures over Mecca, a floating city seen over China, mysterious trumpet-like sounds echoing from the sky in multiple countries. Even the increasing push toward global digital ID and centralized governance, are these just glitches in nature or tests? The truth is, no one knows for sure, and maybe that's the point. Because Project Bluebeam doesn't just threaten what you believe, it threatens your very ability to know what's real. When the sky becomes a screen, when thoughts can be broadcast, when the divine is digitized, what's left that you can trust? So the next time you look up and see something awe-inspiring, ask yourself, is it a miracle? Or a message? Or a manufactured illusion? Let us know in the comments. Do you believe Project Bluebeam is real? Or just the perfect modern myth for a world already drowning in lies? Subscribe to DarkWhispers AI, where we see through the illusion, so you don't have to.